Hey guys, how we all doing? Welcome to another video for my channel today, and today's video is actually a pretty awesome one. We're gonna have a special guest on, Mr. CubsFan Han. How we
Woo!
doing, Cubby?
It's been so long since we've done a video. I don't
I know.
understand why we've avoided each other. Like we always love doing videos together. What's the
Just
deal, man?
dodging you, yeah. I don't
Oh,
know, man. I like doing these collabs. Sometimes I just get
yeah.
so wrapped up in my own stuff, but
You're too
I
busy
like doing collabs.
cutting your hair and getting rid of your Darth mullet. It ended up over here now.
Dude, I was contemplating getting a Jedi braid. As soon as I was shaving, like, wait a second, what if I get a Jedi braid? But I never did. But I miss the thing right now. I miss it a lot. So I'm just rocking hats right now because my hair, it's way too short, but whatever.
Lame. All
It'll
right.
it'll grow back in a few months.
I'm
But
Darth mullet now. Look at me. I'm Darth mullet
no,
now.
never. I won't allow it. I won't allow it.
It's
Oh my
impossible.
gosh. It's impossible. Oh my gosh. So guys, today's video, we did one on Cubs channel, so go check it out if you want to, talking about some more conquest, some 5 things of why we're hyped about it. Now we're going to go over my channel. We're going to talk about more of the specifics, more of the in-depth parts, with all the different consumables and whatnot that we've been given some information on. And we're going to be going over a website. It was brought to us from Swigo Events, and just kind of like a rundown of all this sort of stuff with a new conquest. It's a beginner's guide. That's what it says here. So I'm not going to read all of this. As you can see, there is a lot of text,
Yeah.
but there's definitely going to be some good info we want to share with you from what we've read, and just maybe some stuff that you guys might not have caught the first time, or maybe you just haven't read this at all. Which we're trying to be here to help you guys. That's the whole thing here. So the first thing I want to go over, scroll a little bit down, go into difficulty. It says here, we're going to just go back and forth here, Cubs. So first thing I want to talk about is difficulty. The normal mode is going to be for level 85s, and it recommends 2 million GP. And then you got, you're going to be fighting against some gear 12s to relic 3 enemies. And then you got the hard mode where it's required at 4 million. It's not, recommended. This is required for 4 million GP, so got to keep that in mind. And it will start with relic 4 in sector 1, and then relic 8 for sector 5. And keep in mind, all of these ones for every single conquest will have 5 sectors, and each sector is kind of playing it out like a galactic war. So just think of it like 5 galactic wars, pretty much, in the span of 2 weeks. So for difficulty, it says, all those different relics. Once you lock into a difficulty, you can't back out of it for that event. So you got to make sure that you lock in for the right one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I think for this first one, I think everybody, correct me if I'm wrong here, but everybody will be on the normal mode. So no hard just yet, but it's going to be a lot of fun regardless. Just, get a taste of what it is. And yeah, that's the first thing I want to go over. Difficulty. You got the normal, you got the hard, you got all those relics and whatnot. But yeah, what's next one we got here, Cubs? Some energy.
Yep. Conquest energy.
Right. Yeah, just simple stuff.
It's pretty straightforward. I did confirm. I was talking with Sig, who put this article together, which, by the way, shout out to Sig. I think this Swuggy Events page is great, first of all, and the write-up of this is very, very solid. But he did confirm also that the Conquest Energy, which does refresh like other energy types, will cap out at 144. And it does appear that the nodes are all kind of different energy costs. We've seen 15 energy nodes in screenshots. They haven't committed to that being the cost for everything, so I'm assuming it increases probably the more difficult things get, how much energy those nodes cost. And you also don't get the daily deposit of bonus energy. It will just be that normal pace of ticking back energy as time goes on.
Yeah. So just like any other energy, but there is no daily bonus. So pretty simple there, nothing too crazy. The next thing here is the credits, and probably, in my opinion, one of the biggest things, because it affects more than just like one specific spot in the game, or rather in this mode. So it says here it's the newest currency for this. There's actually, if you guys haven't seen it by now, there is a shop for all this currency. You can buy some stuff, I think some consumables, some stuff for like stamina to help with stamina. We'll go over that just after this. And I think even some shards for some Mando stuff, and also some gear. So there's a lot of good stuff in the shop. And then it says they're used also in the wandering scavenger nodes. So there's going to be some little guy going around this scavenger node where he can, little guy. Well, Jawas are little, right? They're little. And just dude, there we go. I love it. That's perfect, actually. That's a perfect Utini. I love that.
I've been practicing that since I was 5, dude.
Really? Oh my goodness, a lot of practice. I love it. So you got this little fun node. You can I think it goes in it later, but maybe no. It just says right here. I'm dumb. The currency can be spent on different things that include consumables and also blueprints for the Razor Crest. So we'll go over this probably a little bit later, and we probably already talked and mentioned about this in Cubs' video, but you can either have these crates where you complete the entire the entire conquest and get Razor Crest shards, or you can also go to these nodes, these scavenger nodes, and just get the Razor Crest shards that way. So this node, the scavenger node, is one I would keep your eye out on, because it's going to be, you know, unlocking a new ship in the game. So just like something to kind of keep your eye on there. But
yeah,
you know,
those scavenger nodes, they're very different.
Go ahead.
Because I think we're used to nodes like this. Every node is an attack, right? And for the conquest, you're actually going to run into these nodes where you don't attack. All you have is you've got an option to, like for the key card nodes, you just pick a key card, you get one for free. There on the scavenger nodes, it opens up a little mini shop where you can pick different things, and you have to choose between: are you going to buy the Razor Crest shards there, or are you going to buy consumables to help you get farther on the attacking nodes, which will help you get the key cards for the chest at the very end. And so the credits create an interesting prioritization. You know, am I going to go for kind of the immediate gratification of the Razor Crest shards, or am I going to boost myself up to get farther in the conquest so that I can get more shards on the final reward drop on that crate? So I think that the credits are going to be a little interesting to prioritize, and they do cap out at 3,500, which is going to, I kind of like, because that it's gonna, you know, obviously you don't have incentive to hoard, so you're just gonna spend.
No hoarding in this mode. Yeah, you have to. So yeah, there's credits. Pretty simple, you know, pretty straightforward as well. All right, let's go. Stamina's up next. You want to go take this one, or you want to just, you know, talk about it a little bit? I could talk about it, whatever.
Sure. Yeah, I'll cover this. I'll give your voice a little break. You did a great explanation of all the other ones, my dude.
Talking's hard. It's hard to do.
That's not true for a YouTuber. We love to talk. No, so stamina is the way it actually doesn't work the way I thought it did. I thought it was going to kind of be like if you play Marvel Strike Force Blitz mode, where once you've used a character, you got to spend Blitz credits or whatever those are called to get them, buy them back to be able to use them again. It actually just diminishes how effective characters are. So every time you use them, they lose 10% of their stats. So they become much less effective as they go, crazy, which is crazy, right? 10% every time. So maybe you can get away with using your Galactic Legend 2 or 3 times before they just start turning into Cup. And so once that happens, then every 30 minutes, they refresh about 1% stamina. That's a pretty slow cooldown, right? That they come back. But to work on the stamina, so that's going to be where obviously you need to prioritize which characters I'm using, where you're probably going to want to maybe use your best characters on the first few nodes and then let them sit for a while, because you're going to need them at the very end, right? And so get through those easy nodes. Man. So yeah, something like that. But then you can also buy stim packs, which I really like. It's kind of like a lore thing. You've got stim packs. In Star Wars, they're mentioned in, of course, Jedi Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, yeah.
Yep, and those will refresh that stamina as well, charge your percentage up, and so there'll be a menu that you can look at to show you where's my stamina at. But basically, the biggest thing you need to understand is every time you use a character, they're going to lose 10% of their stats for the next battle.
Yeah. That's basically it. You know, just stamina. The more you use them, the less their stamina goes down. You can refresh it either over time or, you know, use stims, and that's pretty much stamina in a nutshell. All right, next up here is going to be some key cards and rewards. So I think there's like a nice little picture you can see above in the Phoenix one with all these different, you know, sectors and battles. You can see the key cards there. And we've been just kind of going off this, you know, thinking about it like a 3-star battle, but in this instance, it's going to be 3 key cards. So if you can beat it, you know, keeping everybody alive, you get 3. If you lose somebody, you probably get 2. If you lose more than, I'm not even sure, maybe more than 2 or 3, then you get 1. So key cards, pretty huge. Well, what do they give? Let's see. It says right here, you can... And
I do, real quick before you move on, I did confirm, Sig wasn't 100% sure on this, but it does sound like the amount of stars you get on the node directly correlates to how many key cards you get. And so that means that the key cards, it'll be 3 key cards for every node for all 5 sectors. because the max stars you can get is 3. He wasn't 100% sure on that, so don't quote us on that, but we're pretty confident that that's how that works. So you'll be able to go back, and if you got a 1-star somewhere, you'll have to go back and try to 3-star so you can max out your key cards.
Yeah. So you can definitely go back and, get these guys, maxed out for the key cards, and that, also feels into the rewards. And the rewards, you can see here, right now we're only going to have normal for the first one, but if you have, go into hard in the future, the rewards, I think we saw the screenshot, or not screenshot, but like the information about it. There's definitely going to be better rewards for the hard, as you might have already guessed. So just like, the rewards going to be some good stuff. I think there's going to be, of course, Razor Crest, but also some of the mod stuff, some of the new slices that you might also get from the challenge mode, the Galactic Challenge. So
and relegate materials.
And relegate materials,
although the new slicing material, the exclusive slicing material to Galactic Challenges, is only available in the hard node, if I remember right. And then also the relegate materials was exclusive to the hard node. I think maybe the slicing materials there was on normal, but I'm very confident that it was the relegate material was only on hard node. And the max, like if you got everything maxed out, you would only get 10 for the 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's. I guess that seems like a lot. Yeah, we'll have to see. This is like a lot of stuff that are a lot of unknowns, basically, we're trying to get at, but definitely just like we're trying to go over just, some basics. So that's kind of key cards and rewards. Pretty simple. Data discs, I'll go over this one for a little bit. Kind of think of this one like mods, but think of it for everybody. And it says here, not really say, but it shows in the screenshot, the capacity is 12. And if you can also see in the screenshot, there's little dots. So the capacity and the 12, that means the dots. So you can go to 12, and you can see there's like a 4-dot one there. There's a couple 2 dots. Yep. And all these really give is, I think we mentioned this. This is kind of like either like a new ability, but I think for the most part, it's more of like a unique, or you just gain, different things as you, play in, these battles. The bottom one you can see here is offensive buffs, gain offense up, critical damage up, and critical chance up for 1 turn at the start of each, or rather at the start of their turn, not each turn, just their turn. So just think about this, like mods, but more of like a broad spectrum with everybody. And I don't know, is that it for this one? For data discs?
It's important to understand with data discs also that the data discs apply to the entire conquest. And so you equip these at the very beginning of the conquest or as you go, and they will apply to every single battle. And if you do decide to change those out, it will cost you a small amount. It says right here, a small amount of conquest credits. And so you really kind of want to get it right the first time. I'm not gonna want to be spending my conquest credits on this. I'm gonna want to be spending those on Razor Crest shards or on extra consumables. And then versus the consumables, which we'll talk about here, if you want me to just launch into an explanation on this,
go for it.
Consumables are very similar to the data discs. Main difference being they do expire after either 2 battles or 4 battles. And you can see here on this screenshot right here, it tells you max duration 2, max duration 2, max duration 4. They kind of function a little bit more like mods, I would say, even than data discs, because they do seem like flat stat boosts. From there, think of it maybe kind of like Wat Tambor. You're giving everybody the tech on there. And so they expire after 2 battles or 4 battles, and it's per successful battle, which is something I'm really happy about. So if you get obliterated, you put a really nice, plus 98% protection consumable on your Malik. It's not going to screw you over if you lose. You'll be able to go back and try it again, maybe with a different comp. And these, like the data discs, apply to whoever you take into the battle.
Yep. Yeah, that's not reading it. It is a lot more just like mods than the actual data discs, but definitely they both will impact characters. And it's going to be something that you will definitely want to have in your inventory for a lot of these different conquest battles. So that's that one. Pretty simple, straightforward. And then I guess the last one here, it's just the Razor Crest. Razor Crest being awesome. We've kind of already seen this kit reveal. I definitely want to see it actually, in game, some gameplay. But yeah, to unlock it, I think, what is it at? Is that 145 shards? And I think
145. 5-star unlock.
5-star? 5-star? Okay.
Yep.
5-star, and the only way to get him is from this game mode, while you can get him from, it says here, the scavenger nodes we just said, and also the credits, and also the rewards. So, you know, lots of different ways to get it. It says, think of it kind of like the Queel and IG-11 as they were released in the Galactic Challenges. So just Razor Crest being Razor Crest here as the reward. And it can definitely change. You know, right now it's Razor Crest, but it could also change to be something else down the line once, you know, enough people get it maxed out.
They haven't confirmed that they're going to do that, but they've basically confirmed that they're going to do that. I mean, right here, we've got the text that says that eventually the Razor Crest will be available in other ways like shipments or on a node. And so my assumption is once enough people have it unlocked, they'll put something else in there as the exclusive reward and cycle it in. I'm thinking of Razor Crest. Also, I think kind of the mindset I think everyone should have with Razor Crest is almost like a raid character, even though it's not going to be the permanent, shard or blueprint drop for Conquest. I'm thinking of the time frame it's going to take in terms of a raid. It's going to take a couple months probably to unlock the Razor Crest. Doja did say on the forums it was going to take several rounds of Conquest before anybody can unlock this, which I actually kind of like.
I do too.
It's going to be a grind. It's not something you can just go purchase day one necessarily. There will be whaling involved, I think, but indirect whaling where, you know, maybe it's just on the consumables and that kind of thing, so you can get farther, so you end up getting more shards. But the most shards I believe you can get based on the data mine is 44 shards if you got everything maxed out in the hard mode, which very few people, I think, if anybody's going to be able to do on their first time.
That'll be tough.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really excited for all this stuff, especially the Razor Crest. I just want to test that thing out.
But yeah, I like this mode a lot. Hit like a truck, dude. I'm so excited.
Dude, I'm so pumped for it. Yeah, just reading it all. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. We just want to go over some of the basics, some of like the starting things that are starting questions you might have about it. And we just want to answer, and you can go over some of this stuff. And if you want to read this more in depthly yourself, I'll actually leave a link to this post in my my comments or my description somewhere, right? But thanks for coming, Cubs. It was a good couple of collabs. I dig it. We gotta do some more, man. I really like doing collabs with you.
I'm open whenever. All right. You got to come to me. I'm the one usually pinning you down, right? You got to pin me down.
That is true. Maybe I'll pin you down here shortly.
All right,
and maybe do some Conquest videos. But guys, thanks for watching today's video with Cubs. If you guys want to go check out his video like we just mentioned earlier, go check it out on his channel. I'll leave a link to that as well. But yeah, thanks for watching today's video. If you guys want to like and all that sort of stuff, feel free to do it. But until next time, I will see you later. Peace out and have a good one.
See you guys.